All right. Aloha, friends. This is Brian Gosset with GM Sports Media. Game time with the Goss. Trying out something new here tonight. I go on Channel 8 once in a while, high school sports special, and at the end of my segments, I do a little Gosset shoutouts, kind of limited to about 30 seconds, so a lot less than I had hoped. So figure I'd come out and do a video on Game Time with the Goss, YouTube and Rumble. Please follow us and just kind of go through the week and give some shout outs here from the various sports and various players and teams here in the DFW Metroplex. So it is kind of is something that I can keep doing for the rest of the year, and I would love to hear some feedback from you guys to see if this is something that you guys like. So let's just get started. Some shout outs here. Always love the gossip shout outs. I'm actually going to sidetrack a little bit and go back to the weekend of February 10th. Not this weekend, but last weekend. I'm going to start with some college softball. College softball started that weekend. They started a week before the UIL high school softball season started. Got to give some shout outs to some former girls that I covered. Riley Love, who went to Keller, 2017 state champ. She's a senior now at Texas Tech. She had a great game against Florida State on the 10th. She went 3 for 3 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. So shout out to her. Shout out to Karmyn Bass, who played and starred for the Cranville Pirates, now sophomore Texas State. On the 11th, she had a walk-off 2-run single as the Texas State Bobcats beat Creighton 5-4. So shout out to her. Awesome job. And then some basketball news just recently on Saturday. Jaden Wells, who played for the LD Bell boys basketball team, now in his 4th year with Central Oklahoma, had 27 points on Saturday in a win against Washburn. He hit 5 threes. He became the 5th player in MIAA history. That's the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletics Association. 5th player in that history with 300 career three-pointers. He's already Central Oklahoma's career record holder in the threes. So shout out to him. UCO is 18-8 overall and 10-8 in conference. And in 4 years, Mr. Jaden Wells has 1,736 career points. So shout out to some of those college players that I got the pleasure to covering back in the day. Don't want to make this video too long, so I'll kind of go as quick as possible here. But wrestling just concluded. UIL Wrestling had their state tournament concluded on Saturday in Cypress, Texas, over the Berry Center. Got to give a big shout out to the Arlington Martin boys winning the team's titles in 6A, their first state championship since 2004. Now, if you are not really familiar with state wrestling here in Texas, and I'm no expert and I'm still trying to catch up to speed with wrestling, but this is my 10th school year covering high school sports in Texas. And the 9 previous years, Allen has won the team title, and they've actually extended that before that, actually winning 14 straight state titles at the wrestling tournament. That streak snapped as Martin finally got over the hump in that 14-year span. Majority of the time, Martin would finish second to Allen. So Martin, congratulations. 190.5 team points, just edging out Allen, who had 185 and coming in second. Martin was led by Isaac Avello, who won his 3rd title, and also state winners for Martin, Nick Zamora, Grayson Carpenter, and Ibrahim Ahmed. So congratulations to Martin winning the state title. Also in the boys, Lovejoy's Sam Reynolds. He wins his 3rd individual title overall, so congratulations, Sam. And Carson Tompkins from Midlothian, his 3rd straight state title, finishing the season 46-0. Last year, he went 54-0. And then his sophomore year went 46-1. So the last 2 years, He's gone 100-0 for the Midlothian Panthers, continuing his career at Air Force. So just one of the best to do it. Congratulations to Carson. On the girls' side, shout out to the Allen girls. They're keeping the dominant performance going. They won the team title, their fourth straight state championship in 6A. Not even close. 123 points. Coming in second was College Park with 68. So Allen girls beating out College Park by almost 60 points. They were led by their senior, Jasmine Robinson, who won her fourth state title in 4 years. Congratulations, Jasmine. According to the UIL, she's just the fourth girls wrestler to win 4 titles. So congratulations to her. Other Allen winners, Grace Romans and Colleen Siebert. So congratulations to the Eagles there. I'm going to go down to basketball now. The playoffs are rolling here. The UIL boys getting started with the bi-district round on Monday and Tuesday, and the girls are a week ahead, starting the third round here on Monday and Tuesday. TAP's also underway, and you can find all this stuff, pairings, playoff schedules, scores for basketball on our site, gmsportsmedia.com. So please go check that out and give us a subscription. Also, kind of backtracking, the SBC Southwest Prep Conference had their state tournament last weekend, the weekend of February 10th. Shout out to Fort Worth Country Day girls winning the state title in 3A SBC, 45-20 against St. Andrews and Houston. Under Shelley Raines, their head coach, who's been their longtime head coach. 6 championship appearance and 3rd state title under her, first since 2005. So big shout out to the Lady Falcons. Francie Ratino had a game high 15 points, and the Twin Towers, Reagan Hall and Riley Hall, combined for 17 points, 18 rebounds, 12 of the teams, 21 steals, and 5 of the teams, 6 blocks. So shout out to Country Day. Again, here, Gosset shoutouts. Love it. Love to see it. GM Sports Media. Please go check us out. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all the media outlets here. Continuing with the UIL girls basketball, shout out to Dallas White. They are in the regional quarterfinals for the first time in program history. So big shout out to the Longhorns. I'm going to pull up their schedule here, but Monday against Mesquite Poteet, 7 p.m. at Lake Highlands in Dallas. So if you got a chance and you're in the area, go check out Dallas White. Again, furthest playoff run in program history. Let's see if they can get another win and make it to the 5A Region 2 tournament. Some other shout outs. Princeton girls, first time going to the regional quarterfinals since 2012. They'll take on Tyler on Tuesday in Kaufman. Fort Worth Dunbar beating Van Alstyne 44-40 in overtime, their first trip to the quarterfinals since 2013. And they are playing, I believe they're playing Frisco Panther Creek, who I will get to here in a little bit. They're playing Tuesday night at Coppell. Allen, first trip to the quarterfinals since 2019. They got a good one against South Grand Prairie. They're playing tomorrow, Monday night at Coppell, 6:30. One of the better games, I think, on the schedule. And then Denton Ryan beating Granbury last week, making it to the quarterfinal round for the first time since 2017. They'll take on Timberview in the regional quarterfinals in 5A Region 1. Their head coach, Monisha Allen, big shout out to her, 400 career wins. So congratulations, coach. Some games that I watched, again, Panther Creek, they just 2 years playing varsity basketball, and they came back to beat number 15 Godley. They were down by 6 entering the fourth, and they came back and beat Godley 45-43. Jalea Wade had 15 points, 3 3-pointers, 5 rebounds, but big field goal and steal late in the game. Hit a layup and was fouled for an and one, about 7 seconds left to give Panther Creek a 43-41 lead. and then missed a free throw, got a rebound, and hit another layup to give Panther Creek a 4-point edge. And the Panthers ended up hanging on and picking up the upset. So congratulations to them. They're in the quarterfinal round and will take on Dunbar. The game before on Friday, Alvarado and Anna, another good game. Alvarado, beating Anna 65-60. A big game from Jocelyn German, 29 points. She's along with Jayla Wade for Panther Creek. Those two girls up for our GM Sports Media Girls Basketball Player of the Week on Twitter. So go check that out and give them the vote. You can follow us on Twitter at GM Sports Media 1. So we appreciate that. And then Colleyville Heritage, day before on Thursday, beating Brewer in the area round. They beat them in the regional quarterfinals last year. So 2 years in a row, they've knocked out the Brewer Bears. Defensive battle, 41-35. Sully Davis, big game, 15 points and 22 rebounds, had 11 rebounds alone in the first half. So they'll be taking on Argyle, which is a district matchup, their third matchup of the season. Both those teams in 7-5A, and they will play a Monday night as well, 6 p.m. at Louisville. Again, I'm reading off these pairings. You can catch these pairings and scores, boys and girls basketball, on our site, gmsportsmedia.com. Please consider checking us out. And then quickly, boys again, the UIL boys starting their playoff run here on Monday and Tuesday. Plano East finished 33-0 in the regular season. Shout out to the Panthers. The Fighting Professor Diggs. Go follow him for some football news. Professor Diggs on Twitter. Proud Plano East alum. So Plano East 33-0, won their district in 6-6A. So trying to go all the way to San Antonio and looking for that pretty rare undefeated district championship season. So good luck to them. Lancaster finishing number 1 in 5A in the state, and as well as our area rankings on GM Sports. Also number 1 in 4A and our area rankings, Eastern Hills out of Fort Worth. And then in our area rankings in the private school realm, John Paul out of Plano. So good luck to all of them. Eastern Hills, I got to say, out of 4A Region 2, that might be a really tough region. Our top 3 in our area rankings, Eastern Hills, Oak Cliff, Fate Family, and Dallas Carter, all in that region. And they're 3 of the top 4 rankings in the state. So very tough region, and you can't discount Kennedale as well. They're in that region too. So excited to see what's going to happen in that bracket. And then finally, North Crowley in 6A, district title again. Tommy Bracco, magician, does it all. Hall of Fame coach. Their 16th district title in 26 seasons, and they are number 3 in the state by the TABC and number 2 in our 6A rankings. So congratulations to North Crowley. Real quick, soccer news. Soccer's, going on as well. We're kind of already into second half of district. Before you know it, playoffs will start. Is Salt Lake Carroll. They're 17-0 overall, 7-0 in district, and they have a goal differential of 114 points scored to 9 goals allowed. So, winners in 2022, 2019, went to the regional final last year in 6A Region 1. I mean, another good group for Matt Colvin and the Dragons. If you got to check them out, go and do that. And then our number 1 boys team in 6A is Prosper, 11-2 overall and 6-1 in district. They're running a 6-game winning streak. So those are our top teams in 6A. We also have rankings in 5A and 4A. And again, you can check all that ranking stories, all that good stuff. Some of the best coverage in DFW at our site, gmsportsmedia.com. Again, you can follow us on Instagram, GM Sports Media. We just got a TikTok. Follow us on Facebook at Gosset 41 High School Sports. My personal page on Twitter, Gosset 41. Again, GM Sports Media 1 on Twitter, and then YouTube and Rumble. So plenty opportunities to go and again check out some of the Some great coverage here in the Metroplex. And then outside of high school, got to give a big shout out to Kennedy Fuller and Team USA under 17 national team back on February 11th. They beat Mexico 4-0 in the title game, the U17 championship, and it was their sixth title. It was the under 17 team's sixth title overall. So congratulations to them. Kenny Fuller out of Salt Lake, you know, went and chose to forego her senior year with the Dragons to have some of these opportunities. She's, Gatorade National Player of the Year last season, back-to-back Gatorade Texas Player of the Year. She signed to Powerhouse, North Carolina. She was the Golden Boot winner with 8 goals in the tournament. So congratulations to Kennedy, and safe travels back. Let's see some more shout outs here. Softball, UIL first week, and then TAPS kind of started a little bit earlier, and then baseball is officially starting here this week on Monday and Tuesday. So just a lot of sports. Very excited for these last few months of the school year. So just a couple of shout outs for baseball, then I'll finish up with softball. Kyle Hay out of Plano John Paul, he won his 100 career games. So congratulations, coach. And then check our friends out at txhighschoolbaseball.com, the best high school baseball coverage in the state and some of the best in the country. You can go on their site and find out for yourself, but it's a lot of great information. But they had their preseason rankings, and a couple of DFW teams number one in 6A, Flower Mound, who won state last year. Argyle's number one in 5A, they were state runner-up. And then Boyd is number one in 4A, they were the state champs. Boyd in 3A was state champs last year. They're number one in 3A here in the preseason. So congratulations to those teams, and congrats again to Coach Kyle Hay from Plano John Paul. And good luck to these baseball teams as the first week starts here on Monday. And then I will finish up with softball. Softball again. UIL just finished their first week and their first tournament over the weekend. Just a lot of great stuff going on in the softball world. So last Monday and Tuesday were official season openers for UIL teams. And already we have some home run hitters joining the Dinger squad. So I got to give a big shout out to season opener home runs. We have Kendall Whitley out of Tioga. She had 2 home runs in her season opener. Then we had Amari Bradford. She had 2 from Melissa. And Kaya Meta, hopefully I'm saying that right, out of Plano West. She had 2 home runs in their season opener as well. And another one, Tamia Cherry from Aubrey, who went to the state tournament last season. She also hit 2 home runs in their season opener against Boswell, and also had a walk-off home run on Friday. So she's off to a great start. She's coming into Texas Women's University. Let's see. And then, just run out here some more good stats here. Big shout out to Midlothian's Anaya Givens. She had 2 home runs and 8 RBIs on Friday against Pebble Hills, as Midlothian won that game 15-3. Big shout out to her. Someone that was underrated. It wasn't in my 6A area rankings. South Lake Carroll, a great team that went far last season. They started the season 7-0. So really caught my eye, and we'll see how Salt Lake Carroll does the rest of the year. But great start for the Dragons. Speaking of Plano John Paul, again, their season started a little bit earlier, but had a great weekend at 40, went 5-0. They are the defending TAPS 6A state champs. And also at 40, Melissa, 4-0-1 in that tournament. So great start for those teams. Melissa was the preseason number 1 in 5A for our rankings, GM Sports, as well as number 1 in DFW Fast Pitch for the Metroplex. And then John Paul was our number one preseason in private school. So off to a good start for those teams. Another 100 career win shout out to Jennifer Klein with Fort Worth Southwest Christian. She hit the century mark, so congratulations to Coach Klein. Shout out to Prosper Walnut Grove, another team that is under my radar. Didn't have them in my rankings, and they were, I believe, number 3 in the DFW Fast Pitch rankings. So I really need to check them out. Walnut Grove, of course, if you don't know, brand new school, their first school year. So, playing sports for the first time, varsity sports, they got their first win officially in the last week during their season opener, 8-2 over Lovejoy. Lindsay Hooker got the win from the circle, and Ella Burlage and Katie James both homered. So, bunch of firsts for Walnut Grove. Congratulations, a big shout out to them. And then finally, some more pitching stats, pitching shout outs over the first week. Hayden Mowry for SNS in the season opener had a no-hitter, 5 innings, 10 strikeouts against Anna. Hannah Messer out of Wiley, who is committed and signed to Trinity Valley. She had a no-hitter, 7 innings, 13 strikeouts against Little Elm. And then big shout out to Van Alstyne freshman Cami Bloom, season opener, her very first official career start. Had a 1-hitter, 5 innings, no runs, 13 strikeouts against Parish North Lamar. And then Sarah Cruz with Weatherford over the weekend during tournament play, had a couple good games there. Complete game shout out versus El Paso Americas, winning 3-0. And then had a no-hitter against Henderson in Weatherford's win 10-0. So big shout out to all those girls and all those teams, and really big shout out to everyone that I mentioned. It's always fun to see these stats and numbers. I get so excited reading them off. Just really happy that these players and teams get to continue to do well throughout their season. So that'll do it for Gosset Shoutouts. Again, hopefully this picks up and I can do this every week, and you guys hopefully will love it. Again, don't want to make it too long, but there's a lot of shoutouts. So I'll try to do this every Sunday night and post it Sunday night. And obviously, hopefully you guys see it Sunday and Monday morning. But if you want to get in on the shoutouts and get in on this, then make sure you send me some information. Hopefully by Saturday, and hopefully I can get those in. Again, you can contact us pretty much anywhere. Again, I'll try to read them off my Facebook page, personal page, Brian Gosset. I don't mind you messaging me there. And then I have my sports page, Gosset 41 High School Sports. You can always message me there or leave a comment. And then Twitter, my Twitter, Gosset41. That's 1T, GOSSET41. And then we have, a bunch of outlets for GM Sports Media. Again, on Twitter, GM Sports Media 1. And then we have also YouTube and Rumble, GM Sports Media. So please consider giving us a subscription and follow. We would really appreciate it. And Instagram as well. You can message us there, GM Sports Media as well. So that'll do it for Gosset Shoutouts. Game Time with the Goss on YouTube and Rumble. We'll try and pick it up this week. Hopefully interviews. Hopefully we get this week with some softball coaches, first-year head coaches in Halton Dillard with South Grand Prairie. And then we have Natalie Kirkpatrick with Burleson Centennial. And then hopefully to get Jamie Baker Nelson, head coach with the reigning state champs, Plano John Paul. Hopefully you get those great softball coaches this week. Again, that's what Game Time with the Goss podcast. You can check that out on YouTube and Rumble. And one more time, just please, help support us. Check us out on our website, GM Sports Media. Some good stuff, some of the best DFW coverage around. And then if you want to help sponsor, partner with us, reach out. Don't hesitate to reach out. And if you want to be a part of something special, we would be glad to, bring you on. So, speaking of sponsors. Just want to get it in here real quick. We got a couple of sponsors already for GM Sports Media, so I don't want to leave them hanging. But we got two. One is Big Daddy Media, who does a really great job, especially in the volleyball season. That's my buddy Chuck Licata. I have him on Game Time with Goss a few times during volleyball season. But Big Daddy Media, one of our proud sponsors, and then VIVI Athletics is also a proud sponsor. So thank you so much to those two. And again, if you would like to partner up, give us a holler. You can email us to gmsportsmedia203@gmail.com. So that'll do it. Game Time with the Gospel shout out. Again, hopefully we'll continue this every Sunday night throughout the year. And yeah, just love doing the shout out. So Game Time with the Goss, GM Sports Media for my partner, Maddie Colley. I'm the Goss, Brian Gosset. Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend and enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you next time. Aloha, friends.